In a world where men often walk alone, who do they turn to for answers? Being male is a matter of birth, but being a man is a matter of choice. This is the dawn of something phenomenal. Fathers, sons, brothers, from the daily grind to the battles within, this is where real stories are told. A place where the silent struggles are given a voice, where the unspoken truths are laid bare. No holds barred. Brace yourself. This is Men on Record. It's more than just talk. It's a man thing.
Good evening and welcome. This is Men on Record, the second episode of this year 2026. And so because we are Kenyans, Happy New Year 2026. It's a joy to have you join us on Hope at, that is Men on Record, across all the Hope media platforms. We are live on Hope TV, where you look and live. Hope FM, this is the station where you listen and live. And also we can be, or rather you can be able to get us on Hope FM Live and Hope TV Kenya across all our social media platforms. And so a warm welcome to each and every one of you from wherever you are tuned in from. Thank you so very much for joining us. Remember, Men on Record is an engaging live talk show created for men, and it's all about men. And we are here to unpack real life conversations that shape manhood in today's fast changing world. And so we create a safe, honest space where men can speak, men can reflect, and men can grow. And so a warm welcome to you this evening. Tell a man to tell another man to tell yet another man that it is time for Men on Record. My name is George Gichuru, and I have my co-hosts.
They call me Favoured Franc. George Gichuru.
Yes, sir.
You well?
Good to see you.
Pleasure, man.
Eish. And you are glowing.
Mwaka mpya bro.
Nakuona.
Kwamba siku hizi ni mayuyu tu.
Vitu chache tu hapa. Vitu za dunia kaka.
Wasema ni za dunia kizipitie kwetu.
Kwanza zinatupitia kwanza. Muhimu sana.
Yeah,
Muhimu
sure.
sana. And it's good to see you.
Yeah, pleasure, man. And the week has been great.
All right.
Because, this is the second week of the year 2026.
And you are reminding me that we are now, how many weeks to the end of the year?
50 weeks.
Only.
Now you could not say, I have seen a lot this year.
2 weeks
already. Yeah? We're just 2 weeks into the year.
Into the new year.
But God is gracious.
Amen.
This is January and it's only 31 days. Not 48.
Not 48.
It is not in January.
No.
It's not 10 bobia cabbage. This is January, and of course, the year of the Lord.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
How can people engage with us?
You can get in touch with us on 0717 400 555. That is on WhatsApp.
Yes.
20933 on SMS. And of course, 0708 222 323 right on WhatsApp as well. And we are across our social media platforms at Hope FM Live. That is at Hope TV Kenya as well. You can get in touch. And of course, the hashtag is Men on Record. This is a man thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. And today we are discussing a very important topic because calling it the Game Plan 2026 or 2026 Game Plan. That is what we are discussing this evening. And you can be part of this conversation by using the platforms that Frank has mentioned. And you can share with us your game plan for 2026. What are you purposing to achieve? What are you purposing to do? What are the modalities that you have put in as well. And we are not alone in studio. We have our guest who will be helping us unpack this conversation as well, helping us to see it as we should see it and encouraging us as well. And so allow us to welcome our guest, a very jovial person, I should say, a very lively person as well.
I tell you.
One who challenges in a way that is healthy and also good for our very own being. And so allow us to welcome, he says he is Pastor G.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Pastor G.
Thank you. Hey, that's Gigi.
Karibu sana.
It's good to be here.
Karibu.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to be here.
All right.
To even
Karibu
have this
sana.
conversation.
Indeed.
This early weeks of the year.
It's still a Happy New Year, right?
Happy New Year, by the
Happy
way.
New Year.
By the way,
No,
yes.
up until May.
Yeah.
Up until May.
Up until May.
Okay.
We have a space to call, tell guys Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a joy to be here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And karibu sana to the episode.
Asante.
And before we get into today's topic, maybe you can give us a brief introduction of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I am myself. I'm here. I'm Pastor G.
So you're here in person.
I'm in person. Guys can see me. So,
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Pastor Gitau Muchugia, a pastor. I was telling my friends here that I deal with the past. So I'm a pastor because I mean that's what I do.
Yes.
Over and above that, I'm a family man, I'm a husband to Jackie, and a father to 3 wonderful children. That is Jelani, Jamila, and Janelle.
The
It's a
J
joy to be
family.
here.
That's
And I'm
the J family.
Joseph. We are the J
there's-
family.
So you're Joseph.
Joseph,
Your wife is Jackie.
Jackie.
Yeah, and then
we
you have 3 kids.
Jelani,
Wow.
Jamila, and Janelle. And we are following Jesus. Oh my
Wow.
goodness. Here we are.
Props,
I
my-
tell
The real J family.
Yeah, the J family.
Exactly.
Awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
so very much
Thank you,
for
thank you.
joining us.
Yes.
And I think we can start it from the point of when you talk of the game plan.
Yes.
You know, and game plan 2026 game plan. Different people have different titles that they are giving their vision, that they are giving their goals, that they are giving their desires and their aspirations for the year. And so that's why we thought, why not come up with game plan 2026 so that
Yeah.
we can carry everyone along in as far as achieving the same is concerned. How important is it? And all of us, I believe, we have New Year resolutions.
Yes. Yes.
We have what we want to achieve and all.
Yes.
How important is it to have a game plan so that as the year unfolds, as we unpack the days, as we unpack the weeks, that we remain, focused on this game plan?
Yes.
How important is it? And I think we can start with Frank.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, George, many other times we want to score and then, not down. You score first.
Yes.
You had no plan initially. So you want to score first and then you have and then a plan. You score, you tick, you score, you tick, you
Yes.
score, you write down. But I believe the right time, the right way to do it is actually to have that structure,
Yeah.
put down together,
Yeah.
so that you have now a clear direction. Somebody could be asking, how do you embark on a journey without really knowing the destination? You don't know what you're gonna do on the way. You don't know how to what to change best as compared to the previous year. So you find that you not just start doing things without being sure exactly what you want to achieve. So I think it's very important so that we can have clarity. We can know where we're going to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pastor G, I don't know.
That's
Looking at
interesting.
this-
I like your perspective. What I know is that without a plan, you plan to fail.
Okay.
So you need to have a plan.
Yes.
But to have a plan, you need to start by asking yourself, where am I now?
Yeah.
Because without knowing where you are,
Yes.
you can never know where it is that you want to go. And many people have not evaluated their lives or reflected on where they could be now. So they're able to work on where they are now
Yes.
and keep building upwards. Now, the only thing that you start from the top is digging a hole. So you must start from the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you're able to build.
Yeah.
So it is important to ask yourself, where am I now? So that you're able to build a foundation. Because if you're to have a plan and to build your life, then you must have a good foundation and a strong foundation.
Yeah.
for
Yes.
that matter.
Yeah.
Any good builder knows that the taller the building,
Yes.
the stronger the foundation you need to build.
Yeah.
So if you want to go high in life, you better build your foundation well
Yeah.
and build it well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I like that, Pastor G, because as you said, especially it being a very young, still in the early days of the year,
Yes.
we need to evaluate where we are coming from, where we are.
Yes.
Now, the dangers that we usually have, and maybe at times I'm speaking from experience, is that I'm carrying a lot from last year.
Yes.
And so when I'm coming now into a new year, the only thing that has changed is the calendar.
calendar.
But then my life is just the same.
The
So
attitude,
the
behaviors,
attitude,
habits.
exactly, the attitudes, the behaviors, anything and everything that I was doing last year, I'm still I have carried it forward to the new year now.
Yes.
And yet I'm expecting different results, and we know what the statement that has been said
Yes.
on the same. And so I like the aspect that we need to evaluate. So first of all, where am I?
Yes.
Where do I want to go? And for me to go from this point to this point, what do I need
Yes.
to put in place? So that now it's the game plan. It's the plan now
Yes.
that I am putting in place to ensure that I am going forward. I believe a majority of men, they love football. If
Yes.
not football, there is a sport.
Just like- yes.
There is a
Yeah.
game that they love.
Yeah.
And I believe all sports that we watch and we love,
Yeah.
every coach has a game plan.
Yeah.
And whatever you call it, I'm tempted to use the football because especially if you are a Man United fan,
Yes.
that has been the biggest conversation.
I
So
tell
is
you.
it 3-5-2? Is it 4-4-2? Is
Yeah.
it whatever game plan that you
Yes.
have? But what's the goal? It is to win a football match. And so the same should apply even in our lives as men.
Yes.
Because as men, we are the heads of our different families. We are heads in the corporate world, in
Yeah.
our businesses and all. So what are these things that we are now putting in place to ensure that this plan will lead us to success? This plan will lead us to prosperity. Now, how then do I undo
Yes.
what I did in the past?
That is-
in the past,
Yes.
so
Yes.
that now I become a better person.
Yes.
So that the shortcomings that I encountered last year, I, if not eliminate all of them,
Yes.
but I'm able to tweak
Yeah.
and change step by step.
And Gigi, you're talking about that. And I'm just thinking about, the excitement at the beginning of every new year. Every church has a declaration. This is the year of the Lord. We are hoping to, this is the year of
Why are you
everyone.
saying that looking at Pastor G?
No, I'm trying to avoid. I'm just thinking about it, and it's a good thing.
Oh, it is.
To speak to an ear. But now, what comes next? Because many of the times we just have the plan, word of mouth. It's the year of increase, expansion, and all that.
Yeah.
But now, what now goes into what I need to do to get myself to where I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
So you're just saying that you're talking of what needs to be done, the steps that need to be taken.
Yes.
But now I'm thinking about the visions we have for every other themes and the plans. Where does discipline, responsibility meet now these themes and all the belief we have, the faith, the hope?
Yeah.
Where does responsibility come in, for instance?
That's a very interesting question right there. I think the first thing is you first become responsible for self. And you say that all the dreams that I have
Yes.
and the plan that I have, the game plan, all the vision can never be achieved if I don't manage self. So you begin by becoming responsible and saying, how can I manage myself? How do I manage my time?
Yes.
How do I manage my emotions? They say men don't have emotions. It says emotions. How do I manage my resources? How do I manage my family? So you need to become responsible that way. Once you manage self, then you can become responsible for others. So it's important for us to ask ourselves, going back to what I said earlier, where am I? Because many people today, as you rightfully say, Gigi, have carried so much baggage.
Yes.
It could be from your FOO, family of origin.
Yeah.
It could be that absent father. It could be that absent mother. And you have too many wounds. You need to work on yourself that you don't inflict the same on the coming generations because you are raising a family. And as they say, that once you hit 30, nobody comes from a poor family or
Yes.
poor background. You're the background now when you're 30.
When you're 30.
Yes, you're 30.
So you're the background.
Yeah, you're the background. You can't keep blaming
Yeah,
that I came from a poor family and all that. No.
beginnings.
Yeah, you have to be at the humble beginnings.
Yeah.
At 30, nobody cares where you went to school.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
cares which school you went to.
Yeah.
Nobody. You have to become responsible and say, it is my life. Because, look at it this way. Very soon, you'll be the oldest man in your lineage. Look at that.
Yeah.
When that hit me years back, I stopped calling myself the son of. And I thought I have to focus on being a father too.
Yes.
That I'm laying a lineage and a foundation. Because in no time, I'll be the oldest guy. And I have a brother who is very interesting, and he tells me
Yes.
that he didn't like his children to sit down one day and ask themselves, Daddy, where were you when I
Yes.
was investing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, where were you?
Yeah.
So he's become quite responsible because he knows it is my life that I am building. And that is what we need to work on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taking responsibility.
Taking responsibility.
Exactly.
And I think usually and I like that aspect because many are times that we run away from that self-responsibility and we start now to apportion blame. And we are pointing fingers and blaming anything and everyone else except self.
Yes.
And so I start blaming, serikali.
Yes.
I start saying this and that. The family I came from.
The victim mentality.
Exactly. And I believe when the the mindset shifts to now self,
Yes.
that it is up to me, that it is up to me in terms of the family that I'm now raising, the children that I'm now raising. I'll be the oldest. I think that for me is what I'm taking home.
Yes,
Even
yes,
before
yes, yes.
15 minutes into the episode, I have my take home.
Yes.
That I'll be the oldest in my
Your lineage.
at
Yes.
some point.
Yes.
And they will be asking questions.
Oh, yes.
Where were you? What were you doing when
Yeah.
this and this was happening? And so that calls for introspection. That calls for unajiita tu pale nyuma ya tent and you start now evaluating your life. Yes, pains have been there.
Yes.
Yes, disappointments have. We are not overlooking
Yeah.
all that. But for how long will we carry this pain? For how long are we going to carry the burden?
Yeah.
Yet there are people now who are looking up to us
Yes.
for a brighter future.
Yes.
And so that aspect of self and a shift in our mindset, I believe, is a game changer to
Very
each and
key.
every man, young, middle-aged, old, wherever they are in their life.
Yes.
That for me is a game changer. The other aspect I was thinking about, and I had mentioned the same to Frank, was different men. We now I look at Pastor G. We are now by the end of the month, January.
Yes.
I had a game plan, personal game plan and all.
Yes.
I had written it down and everything was in line. It was just now implementation.
Yeah.
But then 1 month down the line, I'm looking at Pastor G and I'm like, I think his game plan is better.
Or they happened to share with you.
They
Oh,
happen
yes.
to share.
Yes.
And you see, men, we can be open.
Yes.
So this is what I'm thinking of doing this year. I'm planning to do this and this and this and this. And so once I go back home, or as I'm driving back home and all,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, by the way, if I can pick some aspect of his game plan,
Yes.
I feel I can be better.
So you begin to execute his plan.
So I'm now starting to execute your plan and I neglect my own,
Your own
game
plan.
plan. How dangerous is that? Because I'm looking at it in terms of I don't know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I don't know the modalities and the tricks
Yes.
that you have in store
Yes.
to execute your own game plan. How important is it? Because we were also saying at the beginning, as we merge those two thought processes, that it is very exciting at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
New desires, New Year resolutions, the vision boards, and all those things. And we want to achieve this. But then again, that energy, as we are going, to the tail end of the month,
Yes.
all of a sudden, that fire is no more.
Nowhere. Yeah.
How do we ensure that we are focused to our own game plans and that we are not swayed
Yeah.
by our friends or anything else that might come in between what we want and where we want to go?
It reminds me of the recent happenings in the football arena.
You
Because
want to us
we
to go
had Chelsea fired their coach.
Oh, Maresca.
Yeah, Enzo Maresca.
Yeah.
And then
No sooner have you hired-
sooner the dust has not settled.
Yeah.
Manu is now firing their own. They thought maybe that's a strategy to winning.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true.
So
Yeah.
it's possible that somebody somewhere
Yeah.
is now listening to another man that they're like, by the way, this sounds good. Can I just pick this idea
Yeah.
and do it like you are saying? So I think George Gichuru, sometimes it's such a risk because you do not understand
Yeah.
where this person is coming from, where they are, like Pasia said,
Yeah.
that to understand where you are first. So you do not understand where this person is to make that bold decision to do what they want to do. So it's a risk, and you're not sure exactly where you are stepping the next, step. So I think, Pasi, I don't know from where you sit, what are some of the dangers trying to pull somebody else's plan and start to execute?
That's a very good question right there. I think one thing that you need to understand is you must have your why. Why do I have this game plan? If you have your why,
Yes.
the how becomes easier.
Okay.
In fact, I also double up by helping people do business and figure out how to manage their money and all that. And I tell people, you cannot create wealth until you answer your why. If your why is well answered,
Yes.
your how becomes very important and becomes easier.
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, why do I want to go there? And why do I want to get there? And allow me to drop in something right there.
Yes.
That after some years of trying to have annual plans, I dropped that.
Yes.
And I said, I don't want to have an annual plan. So what I do is that I put my life in blocks of 10 years.
Yes.
Ah.
That and so the issue is you need to sorry guys.
You have to pull the card.
we need to ask you need to ask yourself, in the next 10 years, what do I want to achieve? And where do I want to go?
Yes.
Because 10 years is some good time, relatively good time.
Yeah.
Then put down a plan. Number two,
Yes.
many people have a good plan, but it is in their heads.
Okay.
You can never tell me that you have a plan
Yes.
if it is not written down. I need to see something written down. Then you write it down, you set your goals and all that, then you're able to work towards that. Yeah?
Okay.
I mean, if we were taught in school, you look like you went to a group of schools. Like serious guys, yeah? not polling stations.
I tell you.
So and you are told, you are taught smart, how to get set smart goals.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I added ER, smarter goals. E standing for evaluation.
Yes.
And R is reward. That you're able to evaluate your goals. You need to come up with a plan on how to evaluate your goals and then how to reward yourself.
Okay.
Because if you're able to achieve one step, then reward yourself. Appreciate yourself.
Yes.
Yeah? Because as a man, you need to learn how to appreciate yourself.
Yeah.
Because everybody else expects to be appreciated by you. Yeah. You're the one.
You need to budget for your
exactly, budget for-
appreciation.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
for
you-
some men appreciating themselves is paying rent. I paid rent.
It's motivation enough.
Yeah.
So that's very important. Come up with a plan, have it written down. Don't just have a day plan or an annual plan. Get a block, maybe 5 years,
Yes.
10 years. Figure out what you want to achieve within 10 years. Then put numbers into it.
Yes.
If you don't put numbers, the good thing is that men count everything. Because everything to men
Yes.
can be counted.
Yeah.
So you're able to set goals and put in numbers, then work towards that.
Okay.
If you have it written down, now then you're able to focus on that and say, I want to achieve this because the why. Then it doesn't matter what noise is there.
Yes.
Because there's so much noise. Other than just listening to people,
Yeah.
there's so much noise on social media. You hear guys celebrating this by March. They'll be saying, oh, I've achieved my goals.
Yes.
This is a trick. This is what I did. But maybe they had a 5 months goal or 5 months plan.
Yeah.
So yours is a 10 years.
Yes.
So it's going to take time,
Yes.
but you will get there. Yeah.
So if I can hear you right, you're
Yes.
saying that we need to have short-term goals to long-term, just to spread it along to
Yes.
see when you can achieve this and the other.
That is very true.
And hearing you, you're talking about writing this plan down, having it on paper. Should it be cast on stone, or at some point someone can revise it?
Once you set the 10-year plan, that's a big vision.
Yes.
Then you break it down into short, achievable goals.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you keep achieving them, you'll keep changing and adjusting
All right.
and growing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can plan to, for example, maybe for lack of a better example, you might plan to put up a house.
Yes.
Or maybe I come from the mountains, so ploti mafuta.
Yes.
So you want to buy a plot.
Yeah,
You see?
yeah.
So then you realize that along the way you realize, I think I can adjust this, I can tweak this. Maybe the place where I wanted to buy this particular plot has become too commercial.
Yes.
So you can tweak that, you can change that. But as long as you have something written down, you're able to work on it.
Okay.
Now, if you have nothing written down, by March, believe you me, you don't even remember.
All right.
Yeah,
you
what
don't
we
even
wanted to
remember.
achieve.
Yeah, exactly.
The other, as we prepare to take our first break,
Yes.
the other mistake I feel, I don't know if it's a mistake, misconception, you will help me in terms of, especially the annual goals that we usually set and the vision that we have for the year, is that at times we feel, because of the excitement, you know, we are
Yes.
coming to the end of the year, maybe we have achieved, maybe we have not achieved as much as we would have expected to achieve.
Yes.
Because of that excitement, we set too much.
Yes.
And so with the too much, we are not able to track.
That is very true. That's very true.
You see, and so if we are not able to track, then it means that anything goes.
Yeah.
So long as we are, pressing on,
Yes.
anything goes.
Yes.
How important is it? Because I believe because also because of the relationships that we have,
Yes.
I feel that because he has 5, Pastor G has 3, another person has like 10
Yes.
to achieve in the year, then for me to set a standard, I put 15.
Yes.
So you feel like having one.
Yes, I'm less of a
Yeah.
person, less of a man.
Yes.
How important, and the reason I'm asking this is for someone who maybe set out this year
Yes.
just to achieve
10 goals that are never. That people forget about you. Once you're done with the office work, people forget about you. There is a friend who kept telling the father that people are complaining about this particular person. And then the father told this person, just step out of the house, show me all those people who are complaining about you. Because some of this noise is in our heads. Some of this spirit of competition is in your head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are you competing with? You should compete with yourself and say that I want to achieve this. The why. I want to achieve this because. So it doesn't matter if Frank here is too frank to have 10 goals.
It's
Doesn't
okay.
matter. Exactly. It's okay. You achieve your 10 goals.
Yes.
If I achieve one, this is my why. Then this will be good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And celebrate.
Yes.
Well,
Celebrate,
once you
yeah.
achieve that one,
Yes.
forget the 10.
Appreciate
That is
yourself.
Appreciate yourself
Exactly.
for achieving this one.
And reward yourself.
Reward yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
I author books, and I'm in a group of authors where we set our goals. And we say that every day, set your goal. How many words do you want to write? There are guys who set 1,000 words. There are guys who set 300 words. But imagine 300 words is just one full scope.
Yes.
Yeah, one A4 size piece of paper.
Yeah.
If you just do that and then you write 300 consistently, in a month, you have 30 pages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just imagine in 3 months, in 4 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in 6 months, you have your book.
Yeah.
Other than just sitting down and saying, this month I want to go on a retreat. And I gonna download this thing. I gonna put this. You can't do that.
Yes.
In fact, I got to learn that, now this I learned from my fellow authors, that if you want to kill yourself, write too much today. Tomorrow you are a cabbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just pace yourself, then you'll be good to go.
Uh-huh.
That's a word. Pace yourself.
Pace
All right.
yourself.
Yeah, pace
Great.
yourself. Yeah.
I think in a nutshell, before we take a break,
Yeah,
George,
yeah.
there is somebody who believes writing down, planning,
Yes.
it's a lack of faith. Kwani una imani, just tulia. Just relax and trust God to, achieve what you want.
Okay.
So is it a lack of faith or
Our theme for the year is faith and action. Because faith without action is dead.
is dead?
It's simple.
Uh-huh.
So even with the themes and everything, if you
Yes.
don't put the action,
Action.
Exactly.
on the same,
Yeah.
it's dead.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah. That's the brutal truth.
That is
Yes.
very
that
true.
Pastor G is also sharing with you tonight. So you can run with all those themes that you are having in
The
your church. You can
resolutions.
have the New Year resolutions and all.
Yes.
But if there is no action to it,
Yes.
it's dead.
That is
But actually, that's very scriptural.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
No, we're coming to that after break.
After the
After
break.
We're going
Awesome.
to discuss this.
Awesome.
Because we have to put the wax.
All right.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Karibu sana. And thank you so very much for the company that you are granting us this evening. This is Men on Record. You are listening to us on Hope FM. This is the station where you listen and live. Watching us on Hope TV, where you look and you live, and across our social media platforms, Hope FM Live and Hope TV Kenya. And you can be part of this conversation. You can use all those platforms, also the WhatsApp platform. You can get us 0717 400 555 or 0708 222 323. What's your game plan 2026? Where are you at and what are you purposing to achieve this year? Any question, clarity that you could be having, please do not hesitate to let us know. A reminder that today's episode is yet again sponsored by Brookshine Schools, where education, it's more than books and grades. It's all about shaping the whole child. And at Brookshine Schools, learning goes beyond the classroom to nurture character, leadership, and faith. It is located in Kamulu, just an hour's drive from the CBD. Brookshine is a faith-based, family-oriented school that partners with parents and the church to raise balanced, confident, and compassionate young people who are prepared to lead with excellence. As we are taking this break, as you are going to grab your cup of tea, cup of coffee, or a glass of water, I also want you to visit brookshineschool.ac.ke so that you can be able to book a school tour and also secure your child's place today. Brookshine Schools focused towards excellence. A short break, then we come back and continue with this conversation.
Join MC Jeff this Sunday for a moment of worship on Ultimate Worship. From 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and repeat from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hope TV, look and live.
Rafiki soul is the promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back, and I hope that you have grabbed your cup of tea, or someone was saying you can bite your ugali as well. And this is Men on Record across Hope Media platforms, Hope FM, Hope TV, and our social media platforms. And remember, I hope also you have visited brookshineschool.ac.ke, because at Brookshine Schools, they are focused towards excellence, and through their pastoral program of instruction and a close collaboration with Sitam Kangundo Road, Brookshine blends spiritual guidance with academic growth, ensuring children they grow strong in values, purpose, and vision. And the admissions are still ongoing. We are still in the early days of January, and so you can visit brookshineschool.ac.ke, book a school tour, and secure your child's place today. At Brookshine Schools, learning does go beyond the classroom to nurture character, leadership, and faith.
Absolutely great. If you got any question, any feedback, feel free to share with us. 0717 400 555. That is on WhatsApp, and of course 0708 222 323. And at Top FM Live, at Hope TV Kenya, at Favoured, Franc, at George Gichuru, across all social media platforms. I know even Pastor is on at these social media platforms. You can get in touch as well. Yeah. So, Pasi, before we took the break, we are talking about faith and action when it comes to a game plan.
Yes.
So let's try to give us more information. Maybe where do the two meet? Because many a times we write, many a times we have ambitions, many a times we have resolutions, but now walking the path towards realizing the plans is now another whole different story.
That's very true. Let me begin by saying that nobody was created to be a busybody. You are created for a purpose and a plan.
Okay.
And the Creator had a plan for you. The fact that you were born, meaning that you are a winner from the beginning. Yeah, because you won many seeds.
There was
several
a race.
millions. Yeah, there was a race, man. You
And you emerged victorious.
You are the strongest and the fastest.
Yes, that's why we are here today.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you are a winner. So the fact that you defeated 30 million, 40 million, 50 million other seeds to become you, it means that you have a plan. God has a plan for you.
Yes.
But one good thing is that when God spoke to the children of Israel and told them that I'll take you into a land of promise, that is land flowing with milk and honey.
Yes.
Now, the interesting thing is that the moment they set their feet in the land of promise, manna ceased. Yeah.
Okay.
The fact that they were to inherit a land flowing with milk and honey does not mean that their work ni kuchukua vibuyu kuchota maziwa.
Yes.
My father, my late father, was a beekeeper. And as a young boy, we used to go harvest honey with him.
Okay.
And let me tell you that Mzee would dress right for the activity.
Yes.
Because it had to be war.
Yeah.
For him to get that particular.
Because you are raiding a beehive. Yeah?
That is it. You're raiding a beehive. Yeah. So you have to really be ready for that. Now, the fact that they were getting to this land of promise does not mean that they would just sit and then milk would flow and honey would flow. It meant something. They were supposed to work. For you to get milk from a cow or to get honey from bees, you have to work.
Yes.
But it is, God is not an author of confusion. When he created Adam, he gave him three things.
Yes.
Number one, he gave him word to keep.
Okay.
So he was told, these are my laws, the word to keep.
Yes.
Number two, he was given work to do. So this is what we'll do. Make this land productive. And number three, a woman to love. So without work to do, you have no business loving a woman. Anyway.
you have to repeat that.
Yeah.
It has to sink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why the book of Job comes before the book of Romans. Anyway.
Yeah.
So they were given what to keep, work to do, and then woman to love. So you need to do the work. You have to put in the works. You must put in some effort.
Yes.
It is good to have faith, but faith without action is dead. So put in the work. The first step is putting down that particular plan.
Yes.
Let me tell you, any dream that I have ever achieved is a dream that was written down.
Okay. Okay.
Anything that was just a pipe dream, I never achieved it.
Yes.
Because in no time you forget.
Yeah.
There's so much noise. There's so much that is competing for your attention.
Yes.
So you need to be focused. And how do you get focused? By having that written down.
Okay.
So the fact that you have it written down, it
Yes.
means you are a man of faith more than the one who has just a pipe dream.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why scripture is written. Yeah.
I think
Tungekaa tu bila bandiko.
yes. So that we just
Exactly.
diminish by
Yeah.
faith.
You just draw from
Download.
the source, you know.
All right, you're talking about writing it down.
Yes.
That's what makes a game plan realistic.
Yes.
Maybe besides that, what other qualities make a game plan realistic? And of course, just remaining faith based.
Yes. Number one, you must always retreat as a man.
Yes.
This is something that men never do. You must always retreat because remember, where the head goes, the body follows.
Yeah.
So as a man, you need to always reconnect with your dream. So I tell men that in a year, take a day or two, go on a retreat alone
Yes.
with your God and focus on this and ask yourself, where am I losing it? How am I not achieving this? Where am I as long as my game plan is concerned?
Yes.
So retreat. But number 3, relationships.
Yes.
And the first relationship is vertical relationship. You must always be connected with your maker. Don't behave like what we do here in this side of the world, where you buy a TV and then you just go
Yes.
and you can see ports and you connect. Then the thing doesn't work. Then you realize, oh, there was a manual.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that
So-
you go back.
Exactly. That's when you go back. Don't do that. You connect with the manual by having that vertical relationship.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes.
Connect with your God, with your maker. You know, prayer, when I talk about prayer, prayer does not untwist God.
No.
In fact, prayer changes you because it connects you with your maker. And because he has a plan for you,
Yes.
then you fit into that particular plan. Yeah. So have that relationship. But number 2, have another relationship with people of like-minded.
Yes.
We say that you're the average of your 5 best friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we are 3. We need 2 more to figure out who we are,
Yes.
so that we get the average. Yeah.
Can we get?
Can we get like 2 more and start?
2 more and then we do. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the average of your 5 best friends.
Yes.
So ask yourself, do I have men who can do life with me? I have some friends who ask me difficult questions. They don't see me as a pastor. They see me as a man.
Yeah.
So they ask me those difficult questions. Where are you going with your family?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your family? I mean, guys who can fight for my marriage like their own. Yeah. Guys who've told me, no, you're not loving your wife enough.
Yes.
Yeah, can you go back there and do this?
You can
Guys
do
who-
more.
Exactly, you can do more.
Yeah.
So if you don't have such men, then you are lost.
Men who can call you out.
That is
Yeah.
it.
Men who can, they are your sort of guardrails.
Yes.
So they are bringing you back.
That is very
But
true.
then again, you're not the king.
That
you
is
see,
it,
the
yeah.
problem is that we want to be in a circle
Yes.
where you are uploaded
That is very
every
true.
time.
That is
Chairman.
very true.
You know, chairman.
Yeah, chairman.
Kiongozi.
Mheshimiwa.
Governor. You know, but not people who can call you out. People, when you are messing up, they are like, no. You can do better.
That is very
If
true.
you go that route,
Yeah.
it's disaster.
That is very true. You know, we say a man is supposed to be a king and a warrior.
Okay.
A king and a warrior.
King and a warrior,
Yeah.
a friend and a mentor.
Okay.
Now, we focus so much on being kings and warriors
Uh-huh.
because kings and warriors get celebrated.
Yes. But the applause. Yeah.
Exactly. Because of our ego. We want to be celebrated. We want
Massaged.
to be massaged
Yeah.
and all that. But you need to be in a space where you have friends and mentors. So ask yourself, do I have friends who are helping me? But the third category of people is people below you that you are mentoring,
Okay.
that you are pouring into. Because that keeps you sober. When I hang out with guys who are 10, 15 years my junior, it reminds me that I have to be careful. I saw a poster somewhere, and a young man was telling, a father was telling the son, that please, son, be careful where you walk. The son said, no, you don't want to be careful because I follow your footsteps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you step,
Where you
is
step,
I will
I step.
Wow,
Exactly.
That's mind blowing. Huh?
Wow.
So you're the one to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you get people who are below you in terms of age that you can mentor, then it keeps you sober. They keep you sober. They help you remember that there are guys who are looking up to me. And even when you want to veer off, you're like, no, I have to keep the straight and the narrow
Yes.
for that.
Yeah.
It's all relationships. If you don't have good relationships and healthy relationships, you will not go anywhere.
Yeah.
You'll keep, the good thing is that when you have a game plan and then you share with your circle of friends, your good circle of friends
Yes. Yeah.
are not guys that you want to intimidate. Because the challenge again with us men
Yes.
is that whenever you meet a stranger,
Yes.
you want to figure
Teacher.
out, where do you live?
Yeah.
What do you drive?
Yes.
Where do your children go to school?
Yeah.
You see? Where do you work? You
Yeah.
remember?
Yes.
Now, what that does is that it helps you know, do I bow or am I above this guy? Yeah?
Yeah.
So not such guys, people that you know, we are peers, we call each other out,
Yes.
we help each other, we challenge each other. Then you can share now your game plan with them.
Yes.
Because they will pray with you, they'll hold you accountable.
Yeah.
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 Because some people have no one who holds them accountable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is when you tell people that I want to achieve this within the next 10 years. I have a friend, one of my best friends.
Yeah.
We agreed that by whoever passes on before the other will read the eulogy of the other. Wow. And the agreement is that you must be a PhD holder for you to read my eulogy. So
Pressure increases.
exactly. So you can't just just kawaida guy. And now that it is you, then you better do it.
Yeah.
So now we keep checking on each other. Where are you
Yeah.
as far as this is concerned? And I keep telling him, why don't you give me a bit of time?
Yes.
So that now you may live longer. You know,
Yeah.
You see, it's all about relationships.
Yes.
What relationships are you keeping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you share with them, then they'll hold you accountable. But most men have no one who holds them accountable at all.
Yeah.
So they never achieve anything. Yeah.
Wow.
That's my thing.
Also, I'm looking at it in terms of the same when you share with those close
Yes.
friends of yours, the circle that you belong to. They also poke holes and
that
they
is it.
enhance
Exactly.
your game plan.
That is it.
Because maybe they have been through that journey before.
Yes. Yeah.
And so they are like, yes, this one is okay, but if you do it maybe this way,
Yes.
if you twist it and tweak it here and there, it will come out even much better.
Or they even show you the way.
Oh,
yes,
Yeah,
that
they
is
tell you,
Yeah,
when you get to
exactly.
this point, this is what you need
Nothing
to do.
is new.
Yeah.
Nothing under this.
There's a culture that we need to drop.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we got this culture. We 844 guys. We got this culture from school.
Yes.
Where you are meant to shine alone. Yeah?
Yeah.
In fact, remember when you were writing your exams,
Yes.
the teachers made sure that you won't copy from your neighbor.
Yeah.
And they had to have several steps.
Yes.
That loka iweko hapo, hii iweko hapa. Make sure
Space.
that...
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you now you carry that bad habit out here.
And the top student does this.
Exactly.
Yeah, the top student would write like this, hiding with their hands.
Exactly. You have to really
Yeah.
be... No. When you come out here, don't shine alone. In fact, I remember doing a video a while back and it had quite a viewership because I told guys, you have to drop that bad habit of trying to shine alone. You cannot shine alone. You need other people.
Yeah.
That's why God did not create you and put you in some island somewhere.
Yes.
He gave you people.
Yeah.
And you grew in a family that you may learn how to collaborate.
Yes.
Because I look at my children and they're even learning how to collaborate against me. I mean,
In your own house.
in my own house.
In your own house. Oh, yes.
So I mean, in a family setting, you get to learn how to collaborate and how to partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then you went to school, you learned how to negotiate, how to communicate, how to talk to people. Why don't you bring those skills out here and then you talk to people
Yes.
who can help you achieve and receive more? When I train people on financial management, I have guys who come and train people. I have a friend who talks about budgeting. I have a friend who talks about marketing. He's a marketing guru.
Yeah.
So he comes and talks to my students. And that way, my institute has grown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you've invested in a rich network.
Yes.
That
Good
is it.
network
Yes.
that,
That is
adds
it.
value.
Exactly. You don't want to shine alone.
No.
Yeah. So that bad habit of shining alone, I tell you, my brothers, you better drop that.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Along the way, we encounter bumps.
Oh, yes.
Along the way, life happens, as we usually say, and so things do not really pan out the way we had anticipated. We had the plan well written down, the game plan well set out, and now the execution even has begun. But then along the way, things happen, and of course there is bumps, and they rock this journey. How should we galvanize ourselves to the point that when that happens, it does not throw us off guard completely, that yes, it is a bump, but then again, we will come back to the road.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Life always has twists and turns. And life is not a straight line. I got to learn this when I became an author, that writing a book is not linear.
No.
Yeah, you don't start from chapter 1 to chapter 20.
Yes.
Or chapter 10, or page 1 to page 200.
Yeah.
In fact, of some of my best books, the last chapter, or the first chapter was the last thing that was ever written.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like when you're writing a good paper, the introduction comes last.
Yeah.
So what you need to understand that life has twists and turns. First, prepare your mind, because battles are won or lost in the mind. First, prepare your mind that this can happen. But number two, with the people that you have, the team that you have, your best team, make sure that they understand you and they know your plan, so that whenever they find themselves, you find yourself in trouble, then you can talk to them.
Yes.
There's a good story that Christ gave. That Christ is in the temple, he's teaching.
Yeah.
And these guys realize their friend is sick and he needs to see Jesus. So they said that we cannot access Jesus.
Yes.
They had to assess and figure out, where is Christ? They went up the roof.
Yeah.
They tore the roof and dropped the guy.
Yeah.
And the scriptures record that when Jesus saw the faith of the friends, this guy got healed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these friends that you have, always be ready and talk to them. Be open.
Yeah.
But number three, as a man, we were taught that men don't share failures.
Yeah.
But I tell people, when you share of your success stories, you intimidate me. But when you share of your failures,
Yes.
you inspire me.
Wow.
Yeah?
People are inspired by
They're inspired.
Yes.
Exactly.
not your successes.
People are intimidated by your success. Yeah. You need to always say that I tried this and I failed.
Yes.
Let me tell you guys, one time, I've done several businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one time I was engaged in dairy farming. And I used to sell milk or hook milk.
Okay.
Man, I said, Maz, you're fresh. Maz, you're fresh. Man, maybe that's when I was rehearsing my voice to preach the gospel, you know?
Yeah.
And then something just happened and my business collapsed completely. I lost everything.
Yes.
I mean, I remember waking up to nothing. Like you wake up in the morning,
Yes.
you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. Let me tell you, I learned how important it is to have a wife who understands you,
Yeah.
because she stood by me and with me
Yeah.
through thick and thin. There are times when things were tough, that even getting a meal was a sheer miracle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I learned that some of my best friends kept calling to check on me.
Yes.
How are you? In fact, to just keep me sane. And I had come from a place of affluence,
Yes.
from a place of being a guy in charge of a whole parish, man, several churches. I thought I was a wise man. then I resigned and transitioned.
Yes.
In fact, on Mondays, guys would call me to update me on what happened in the other churches
Yes.
that I didn't worship in
Yeah.
that particular
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
At some point, I thought, maybe if there was a chance to rewrite the Bible, we could replace Solomon with Gitau.
Yeah.
You know, this wise guy who is consulted.
That was your life.
I tell you, that was my life.
You are
Life
boarding.
was happening,
Yeah.
man. And then the whole world went quiet. Yeah, went quiet. It's only my friends who kept calling to find out, are you still sane? we'll go hang out and talk.
Yes.
And then I was able to bounce back again. So without friends, and I tell men, for those men who are married, please be open with your wife, talk to them, let them become your friends. Because all those friends out there
Yes.
who celebrate you because you are a king and a warrior will not be with you when you're down.
Yeah.
It is your friends.
And I have now, sorry for cutting you short.
Yes.
I have a gentleman who has texted in. His
Yes.
name is Sam.
Yes.
Maybe you can offer him some guidance.
Yes.
Because thank you for the conversation tonight. I need men like that
Yes.
right now in my life. How can I get them? And also, he's saying if anyone is willing
can
to
volunteer
take me
to
and
them.
volunteer too, and take them under as mentorship. That is Sam. So how and where should he start? Quickly as we wind up.
As you wind up.
Yeah.
I thought you have.
I know,
just
right?
got 10
It's,
minutes.
imagine they're screaming on my ear.
One thing is that you need to pray about it,
Yes.
and tell God
Yeah.
that I need these people. But number two, some of the best people that you have, even in your team,
Yes.
even for team leaders, are right next to you. Sometimes you never see them
Yeah.
because you're looking from afar and you're saying, no, maybe this one, maybe that one.
Yeah.
But look at your friends and evaluate the people that you have, because based on where you want to go, then you will decide
Yes.
who joins your circle.
Yeah.
I keep saying this. If you were to draw 3 intricate circles, we have the core, we have the community, and you have the crowd. Okay?
Core, community.
Community and the crowd.
Yeah.
Now, the mistake is getting someone who is supposed to be the crowd, put them in as a core. Yeah.
Okay.
Danger.
That's a danger.
Yeah.
Because the crowd does not have the burden that you have. It is the core that carries your burden.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So ask yourself, where do I want to go? And then, of course, you've prayed. Then you say, where do I want to go?
Yeah.
Then you look for these men right next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is that already maybe you have a team, but you need to ask yourself, this kind of men that I have, are they men who can bail me out when I am right down there? Yeah. Are they guys who will tell you now that you've lost your job, your children will not move schools, will still take care of them
Yes.
for the next 6 months as you stabilize? Yeah?
Those are the kind of friends also
Eh,
that
exactly.
Such a challenge.
every man should be having.
That is it.
Yeah.
Guys
yeah,
will tell you
yeah.
now, we need to take 2 days retreat and pray.
Yeah.
And pray for our families, pray for our children. People who even know what your children's birthday are.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they can. I mean,
The
people,
details.
people who know
Yeah.
that your son is doing KCSE or
Yes.
DCP or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. So if you do not have them, then you will not get it.
Yeah.
Your game plan will not be a game changer.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Pastor G. We need to call it an evening. I know time does really fly.
Yeah.
I feel we needed to continue, but then again, I wish we were in control. But tunaambiwa fuata na tunafuata,
I
tunatii. We are men of honor as well. Yeah, and so thank you so very much. Before we allow you leave, maybe how can people get in touch with you? Maybe they want to connect with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have our Facebook page,
Right.
that is Gitau Muchugia. We have TikTok, Pastor G. We have IG, Gitau Muchugia. And you have Twitter at Gitau Muchugia.
Awesome.
Yes,
You
yes,
can follow him on all those platforms as well. Thank you so very much for your company. This conversation continues, so you can use our social media platforms as well. Hope FM Live, Hope TV Kenya as well. Our WhatsApp platforms also, they are open and you can utilize them as well. For the record, for a man, you need to retreat and reconnect with God. You will become an old man in that lineage that you are in.
Yeah.
And so you will be the oldest. So you need to take responsibility as early as now. Share your failures because they will inspire people. Because when you share your success, you might actually intimidate the people,
Chasing them away.
chasing them away.
We are not of this league.
That's for the record. Thank you so very much for tuning in. My name is George Gichuru.
They call me Favoured Franc. George Gichuru.
Yes.
This is such a challenge.
Yep.
Do I have friends who can bail me
I'll
out?
tell you.
Who can challenge me? Who can call me out?
Oh, yeah. Food for thought.
Absolutely.
Thank you so very much. We need to call it a day. Thank you and good night, God willing. We do this again tomorrow, not tomorrow morning, but next week on Friday on Men on Record. From us, it's bye-bye for now.